Hey guys, Andy from Andy Godwin Fishing. Hey, thanks for tuning in. I had a gentleman the other day that watched one of my videos where I was blade bait fishing over at Summersville, and he asked to see what type of equipment that I used whenever I was doing that. So I'm just going to go through the rods and reels and a few of the baits to give you a little bit of heads up on what I was doing. As in the video, you could see how I worked the bait. You're just working it in short hops and letting it fall down the bluff banks or on the points or flats or whatever type of banks you're fishing. You don't really want to rip the bait up with a big jerking motion. You want to pull it up, let it fall, pull it up, and let it fall. I generally do mine. My bait down there is moving 16 inches, probably is about all it's moving. I see some guys jerking it, 4 foot off the bottom. That's really not the way I like to work my bait. Seems like I catch more if I work it slower. But the equipment that I'm using here, this here is an impulse rod, rated for 1/2 ounce to 1.5 ounces, rated for 14 to 25 pound line. It's a 7'3". Heavy action with a moderate bend to it. As you can see, this year I use this rod generally with 17-pound test line, anywhere between 14 and 17. I'll put it that way. And it's got a good bow to it, as you can tell. You hear it, you can see the action of it. A good bend to it. It holds the fish really well. Lets you set the hook. Just a good all-around rod to do it. Like I said, I generally use this when I'm throwing the bigger blades. This here happens to be a 1/2 ounce that's on it now, and I also like to use it when I'm throwing something like the 3/4 ounce. This here happens to be a 3/4 ounce bobby blade, so I use that. This here happens just to be a 1/2 ounce blade that I do throw. This is just a homemade Zonar blank that you see me catching fish on here in the video. In that video that the guy was questioning, this is a old Bullet Lures 1/2 ounce blade bait. I fish it quite a bit too. Now, that's what I was fishing when I was fishing in the video. But I also fish a smaller blade bait some. As you can see, this here happens to be a 3/8 ounce Bullet Lure, and I fish it some. When I'm fishing it, I generally go down to this is an impulse rod here, rated for 12 to 20 pound, 3/8 to 1 ounce, 7'1", medium heavy with a fast tip. There again, loads really well. As you can see, it's got the faster tip to it. But with the smaller blade, I'm generally fishing this generally on 12 to 14 pound test line. So that's the equipment that I use. I hope I answered the gentleman's question. I do use some other baits that I don't have laid out. I like the little Dominique blade bait real well too. The 1/2 ounce and the 5/8. Like I say, I will go to a 3/4 ounce blade. I know a lot of guys don't like to fish it, but it doesn't bother me any. Until next time, guys, hey, good fishing. Please subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys very much.